Good evening. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. I just wanted to provide you with a little devotional thought in case your congregation was not having services tonight. We know we have quite a bit of that going on at this time. I was thinking back today to a time in my childhood. I was playing baseball, and many of my childhood memories revolve around something to do with baseball. This one happens to be a particular year. I wasn't really happy about the position that I was playing. Wasn't real happy with the team I was on, in fact. But instead of just feeling sorry for myself, what I decided to do was to try to work hard and to maybe show off my skills in order to get noticed. Just so happens one evening we were playing the team that was known to have the best record in the league, and I was playing in my normal position out in deep left field. There was one runner on first base, and there was a batter batting. He hits the ball, and it goes into what would have been shallow left field, just over the third baseman's head. Looked like to everyone that it was going to be a hit and that probably the runner on first would score. He was a fast runner. But I gave it everything I had and I ran in, I made that catch. Not only did I get the batter out, but I also threw the ball with a couple of bounces over to first base. Now, I'm not telling you this to just brag on myself, but I'm telling you this for a reason, to make a point a little bit later on. You see, I got noticed by the coach of the other team, and he came up to me after the game and he said, "That play you made over there really hurt us. We ended up beating them that night. I also had a couple of hits." And my response to him was, "Well, next year, get me on your team." So what happened from that was the next year when they had their little draft, I ended up on that team and I ended up playing third base for that team, what was the best team in the league that year. And I would go on to play third base for quite a while after that. You see, I had worked hard and did what I could in order to try to get noticed. If I had been unhappy and sulking out there in left field and just twiddling my thumbs, I would have never been noticed. I would have never had the opportunity to move to that other team, maybe never had the opportunity to play my favorite position, what was third base. But you see, I had affected and changed my circumstances by the way that I approached things. And I think that we can make some application to this. I'm thinking about some things in the Bible, particularly I'm thinking about some instructions that Jesus gave in Matthew chapter 5. Matthew chapter 5, verses 41 and 42, Jesus said, "And whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. Give to him who asks you, and from him who wants to borrow from you, do not turn him away." And you think about this. I have heard that a Roman soldier could compel or force the citizens of the lands that they conquered to carry his equipment for 1 mile. I've also read that this was a much hated practice by the Jewish people, the Hebrews of that day. But yet we have Jesus here that is saying not only carry that soldier's equipment 1 mile, but go ahead and carry it 2 miles as well. If you think about this, what was going to be the influence if a person did this that they could have on that Roman soldier? Not only that, but I want you to think about how this could affect our influence on others. How could this affect the influence on the people that we have around us? What if someone asks us to do something and it's somewhat of a difficult task? And they're much surprised to find out not only that we're willing to help, but that we're willing to go above and beyond the call of duty in order to help them. How would it change things in our home lives if we were willing to go beyond the call of duty to help our spouse? They ask us to do something that they know we don't really like to do, and instead of complaining or sulking about it, we say, "What else can I do?" Or even better than that, we begin to anticipate what it is that our spouse would want us to do, and we go ahead and do it before they even ask. How do you think that would affect our home lives? I've yet to find in the religion of Jesus Christ where he expects us to do the minimum. You see, he expects us to go above and beyond the call of duty. So I ask you the question, why would Jesus want us to go above and beyond the call of duty? Do you suppose that he might have had a little insight and a little knowledge about what kind of impression and what kind of influence we could have on people if we go above and beyond the call of duty? If you go to a restaurant and you're considering the tip that you're going to give, the waitress comes out, she takes your order, she does a good job with it, she has the appetizers out, the salads out just in time, everything goes just as it's supposed to. She has another drink waiting before yours is even emptied. What are you going to do? How are you going to react? It's going to have an influence on you, isn't it? You're going to be impacted by the way that person treated you. And you see, I believe that we can have that impact on the people around us, especially at the time that we're living in right now, whether it be helping someone that's been a victim of the recent storms and tornadoes, or just helping out someone who is at high risk for the coronavirus. Perhaps you've got neighbors that are elderly or that have health conditions where they don't need to be out going to the store. What if you were to go and ask that person, volunteer, say, I can go pick something up for you if you need me to. I can pick your medicine up. Do you need me to get some toilet paper or some groceries for you? Imagine the influence that you have on that person. Imagine the influence that you have on that person's family when they tell their kids, maybe their children are older, they've moved away, they live somewhere far away, and they hear about how you treated their parents, how you offered to help them out. What kind of influence are you going to have on that person? What about the members of our congregations, our brothers and sisters in Christ? Maybe some of those folks are elderly and could use our help in picking things up. Maybe they need to avoid being out in crowds even more than we do. I'm not saying that everyone needs to be out going all over the place, but I'm just saying that some of us are in better health, and it seems to be that those who are in better health are at a little bit less risk. I'm saying that this is an opportunity for us, and we could be taking advantage of this opportunity to be a shining light, if you will, to go the second mile, to go above and beyond the call of duty. And I believe if we're willing to do that, that we can have a great influence on us and on ourselves, but on the people that are around us, on our congregations, and on the people that we're coming into contact with and with our neighbors. So we should be looking for opportunities like this. Keep a good attitude about it and make something good of it. I think if you'll do this, that you'll be blessed and that you'll bless those people around you. Thank you for tuning in this evening, and I pray that you'll have a blessed day.